Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Marie Holiday, and today is Tuesday, December the 29th, 2020. And I hope everybody's had a fabulous holiday, had an opportunity to spend time with family, and most importantly, to have gotten some rest. Before we get started, I just want to remind all my viewers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button. And also, I really do want to thank everyone for blocking out time to support my channel, to follow my channel. And I also want to remind everyone, I have a goal by the end of January 2021 to have 100 subscribers. I currently now have 58 subscribers, and I want to personally thank all of my 58 subscribers for subscribing to my channel, and also share this valuable information to anyone who you think may be able to benefit from this information. All of my topics are thought-provoking. They really are. And with that being said, let's get down to today's exciting topic. The focus of this topic is how I shared in a previous upload that I was going to talk about my year-end savings and investment. So I want to share with the audience on how I have saved for the entire year of 2020 a grand total of $27,365 for the year of 2020. Let me say that again. Marie Holiday has saved a grand total of $27,365 green dollars. And before I get into how in the world I have been able to do that, and I'm going to just share with what I did and what worked for me. But before I do that, I want to just remind the audience of the concept of my YouTube channel. The whole concept of my YouTube channel is talking about holistic financial freedom. If you view one of my prior videos, I talked about how from 2007 to 2012, Marie Holiday was living in financial destruction. I did not have $1 to my name. And what I mean by the holistic financial freedom, when God awoken me and gave me the ability to master my money, to control my money, I'm here to tell you my life has not been the same since then. Also, to give a description of what I mean by holistic financial freedom, when you have the spirituality, your faith, when you got the spiritual health, when you got the emotional health, when you got the psychological health, when you got all of those in sync and intertwined, this is what works for me. It gave me the desire and motivation to control my money, to master my money, to be able to save. We just talking about for 1 year. To be able to save, because I've been on this journey since my spiritual awakening since 2012. To have the ability for 2020 to save a grand total of $27,365. And I'm gonna let the world know, there are people in this world who don't even make that kind of money in 1 year. So let me share with the world on how I did it in terms of what worked for me. And here we go. Number one, it's critical that you got to know what's coming in and you got to know what's coming out. You got to know the bills coming out and you got to know the money that's coming in. I don't care if you got to sit down and write it down on a piece of paper to stay abreast of it. Me personally, I'm going to be sitting down every month or every single month writing down what's coming in and what's coming out. That is critical, and I'm here to tell you. The next one, I do no impulsive spending. I do no impulsive spending. That's the same thing as hyper spending, because you got a lot of folks out there who everything they see they want to buy. They want to buy the clothes, buy the jewelry, get an upgrade on the house, buy a new flat screen, get the latest upgrade on the cell phone. Me, I do no impulsive spending, because all that hyper spending, you have to ask yourself, do you really need it? And that is one of the major tips on how I have been able to accomplish my goal. A third tip, since I had my spiritual awakening, I do everything in cash. And I'm here to tell you, I got rid of a credit card years ago. A credit card, all you're doing is accumulating a new debt, a new bill. I do everything in cash, and I'm here to tell you. And because of that, that is how I have been able to reach my goal of $27,365 for year 2020. Another critical tip that I do is I have a certain amount of money automatically going into my savings and investments no matter what. Yeah, I may save extra and throw extra in there, but make no mistake, I have a certain amount of money automatically going into my savings and investments. I treat my savings and investments like a bill, and I'm here to tell you. And I'm here to tell you, you set up that automatic withdrawal for your savings and retirement, and treat it like a bill. Just like you got your mortgage, your rent, your car note, your cell phone bill, all the credit card bills, the personal loans. Treat your savings and investments like a bill. And I'm here to tell you, and you will begin to see the money rise and rise and rise. The next tip, which is critical, and people might think I'm funny when I say this, but you know what? It ain't about what other people think. It's about me controlling my money, my wallet. I say no, and they ain't got no shame in my game. I say no to coworkers. Every time you turn around, they knocking on your door, on your office door. Can you, well, whatever your work setting is, can you contribute to this? Can you contribute to this person birthday? Can you contribute for this person retirement? Can you buy these raffle tickets? Can you contribute to my child got this stuff that they selling? Every time you turn around, can you contribute? I got to say no to that because I'm on a financial mission. I ain't got to explain to nobody in regards to how I want to spend my money. I'm here to tell you. And I'm here to tell you. Because I remember prior to me really recognizing how much money I was dishing out on the job before I became awake. I remember one particular year, because there's always somebody knocking at your door. I remember one particular year in 1 month, without even realizing, I dished out $100. That $100 could have went in my savings account. That $100 could have went towards my retirement. And I'm here to tell you, pay attention to what you're dishing out. It ain't nothing wrong with saying no. I'm here to tell you, you can congratulate a person verbally, wish them well from the bottom of your heart without dipping in your wallet. So that is critical tip that I just wanted to put out there. The next tip in regards to what I do faithfully every day, I take my lunch to work every day because before I became awake, I was going out to eat lunch every day, spending $10, $15 a day. Do your math on that. $10, $15 a day, 5 days a week. Do your math on that. Per month, do your math on that. I remove that unnecessary expense from my life, and I'm here to tell you. Another thing that I stopped doing in terms of a powerful tip is before I became awake, I used to go to the coffee shop to spend $3, $4 on a cup of coffee. I stopped all that. I buy my can of coffee, which will last me for a long time, and I make my own coffee. Yeah, I'm spending a little bit of money to purchase the can of coffee, but I'm saving a truckload of money in regards to stop going to those coffee houses. Another tip that is critical that I want to mention to the world. Get yourself a side hustle. I got a side hustle. I babysit on the weekend, or get yourself a side hustle, and that money you make from that side hustle have a purpose for that money. There you go. Have a specific purpose for that money to either pay off a bill or to accelerate your savings or to accelerate your investments. Get yourself a side hustle. My strong recommendation, because I'm in corporate America during the daytime, so my side hustle, I do a few times on the weekend. It's easy, it's enjoyable, it's zero stress. So if you get you a side hustle, my strong recommendation is let that side hustle be something totally opposite and different, relaxing in the evening than what you do in the daytime to maintain a balance and have control of that side hustle. So when you maybe work a couple of weekends out the month or whatever, get yourself a side hustle if it takes that to reach your financial goal. But the key thing is have a purpose for that money. That money that you make off that side hustle don't mean you go out and spend more. Don't mean you go to the mall. Don't mean you go out and buy the latest cell phone. It don't mean you go out and buy clothes, shoes, and jewelry because you ain't getting nowhere. You really ain't. So have a purpose for that side hustle. In addition to, in terms of another tip is, and how I've been able to do this, for the year of 2020, I got a promotion. That promotion equated to an additional about $8,000 a year. So when I got that promotion, it's critical, if you get a promotion, maintain your same standard of living. Don't go out and buy a bigger house, a bigger car, more jewelry, more clothes. No, when I got that raise, I treated that additional $8,000 as if it did not exist. I immediately pumped up my retirement, pumped up my savings, and accelerated my mortgage. With that extra, I treated that promotional money like it did not exist. So the key tip, if your income go up, maintain your same standard of living versus increasing your standard of living, because you ain't gonna see the money. Another tip in terms of how I've been able to accomplish this, create no new debt. For the year of 2020, I did not create any new debt. That's critical, because a lot of times people going out there and creating new debt with personal loans, credit cards, furniture bill. No, because when you create new debt, you already got your regular bills. So why would you want extra bills? Raise your hand if you want extra bills. I don't. So I created no new debt for 2020. Another key piece in terms of how I've been able to do this, I turned my home into a paradise. Because of COVID-19 for 2020, I really couldn't do traveling like I wanted to, because I normally take a couple of major vacations a year. So since I really wasn't able to do that, I turned my home into a paradise. My home is going to be a paradise every year moving forward. My home is relaxing. I got a certain area in my room where I have a meditation room. I have a certain area in my room where I have a recreation room. If I want to go in there and watch my favorite movie or listen to a certain type of music or read my book, I have my scented candles, my relaxation spa music on. So in different areas of my house, it's just a paradise. And when your home is a paradise, you ain't out there doing all that spending, ripping and running. I'm here to tell you. Yeah, I still take my vacations, but for 2020, I deliberately did a couple of stay vacations and saved that money that I would have been spending. Another key tip in terms of how I've been able to do this, as I pay off bills. Say, for example, if you pay off the car note, you pay off personal loans. I don't have credit cards, but I'm gonna just use this as an example. If you pay off a credit card, when you begin to pay off bills, use that same money that you would have been spending on that bill to increase your savings and investment. For example, years ago when I paid off my car note, that same money that I would have been paying on that car note, I pumped up my retirement and pumped up my savings. So as you pay off bills, because you're not accumulating new bills, use that money that you would have been spending in order to pump up savings and investments. Another way that I've been able to save and invest, this occurred several years ago, but I do want to mention this because many people might not realize that you can recoup money in an area that you might not be thinking. For example, after my daughter joined the military about 4 years ago, and I was able to save a lot of money when this happened, I was able to drop her from my medical insurance. I was able to drop her from my car insurance, my dental insurance. And although, like I said, she's been in the military for 4 years, but when I was able to do that 4 years ago, are you ready for this, audience? I was able to recoup $750 per month when that occurred. And I'm here to tell you. So if you have adult children, on your policy, and as they move on in their own career, don't forget to recoup that money, because when you drop them off your car insurance, when you drop them off your medical insurance, when you drop them off your dental insurance, when I did that 4 years ago, I was able to immediately recoup $750 a month. So if she's been gone for 4 years, do your math on that. 750 times 12 times 4. And what do you think I did with all of that money that I recouped? I pumped up my savings in investments. So, bottom line for 2020. What do you think, audience? What do you think I did with the $27,365 that Marie Holiday saved for the year of 2020? Nobody in the world could have told me that I could have been able to do this, but because I had my spiritual awakening, and I want to give all glory to God for giving me these skills. What do you think I did with the $27,365 that I saved for 2020? Somebody answer my doggone question, because that's a lot of money for 1 year, and I'm here to tell you. Well, since ain't nobody answering my question, I'm going to answer. I'm going to tell you what I did with the $27,365. Number one, I put a lot of that money in my emergency savings. Number two, I invested a huge proportion, and I'm not lying, a huge proportion I invested extra into my 401s and retirement accounts, threw big money into extra, in addition to what's already going in. Also, what I did with some of that $27,365, I spent $6,500 of that money to invest in my home renovation project that I had completed in 2020. I had the interior of my home painted by professionals. They came in and sanded my walls, painted my walls, and all of my minor repairs in brevity, in the totality of the home. That was a 3-day project. I paid that in cash because I had the money. And by the time I paid, those contractors walked away with a zero bill. So I'm going to increase the value of my home, raise the value of my home, because I'm putting it on the market in 24 months. And I'm going to recoup all that money that's invested in my home, turning that home into a paradise. Did it all in cash money, baby. I didn't have to take out a home renovation. I don't use credit cards, because the secret is I'm not creating new debt. That's what I did with the money. That's what I did with the $27,365 for the year of 2020 that I saved. And I'm here to tell you. And I want to again give all grace and glory to God for giving me a spiritual awakening. This is the concept of my channel. Yeah, I may talk about other topics, but I'm also going to revisit the concept of my channel in terms of holistic financial freedom, because I refuse to ever be in that space that I was in from 2007 to 2012 in financial destruction. We got ready to go in the year of 2021. And you have to ask yourself, or you have to ask yourself, do you want to continue to live in financial destruction? Or do you want to rise above your situation and take control of your finances and reclaim your finances and invest into your retirement, invest into your emergency savings account, and get the hell out of debt? And I'm here to tell you. So with that being said, before I bring it to closure, because this is serious business right here. There are so many people in this world, and I'm here because I used to be one of them. There are so many people in this world losing sleep because they drowning in debt. Bills hitting them left and right. Credit card bills, personal loan bills, rent, mortgage, or everybody under the damn sun, overdraft and bank accounts. And I'm here to tell you. But I'm here to tell you, you can rise above this. These tips that I use, that I just presented, I use every last one of them. And I'm here to tell you, this is what works for me. I don't have a degree in finances. My degree is in counseling, in HR. I don't have no finance degree. I didn't learn these skills in graduate school. No, I got these skills from the men above, and I want to give all grace and glory to him. So with that being said, again, hit my subscribe button, hit my notification button, spread this valuable information. And I want to get an audience a glimpse of some upcoming uploads I'm about to do in the very near future. I'm going to do a video upload on how to supervise a narcissist. That because as a leader, as a supervisor on my job, you got to have some skills on how to supervise a narcissist. I'm going to also do an upload on how to prepare for a promotional interview. There's some things that a person really need to do on how to prepare for a promotional interview. And I'm going to also do an upload on how to unmask a narcissist. So be on the lookout for those uploads. Again, I want to thank my 58 subscribers for supporting my channel, for subscribing to my channel. Please help me reach my end of January 2021 goal of 100 subscribers, because we got a lot of territory to cover. You know, I'm excited about the year of 2021. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, keep God first in everything I do. I keep God first in everything I do in my life. So with that being said, Semper Fidelis, Semper Fi, have a great morning.